two pieces of blue and white construction paper glued together in a bumpy circle, dried macaroni zigzagging around the edge, and a big glob of yellow paint in the middle to represent the sun. My mother held up my second grade artwork and said what any mother would say: "Very creative." As an adult, I've left the macaroni artwork game behind, and I'm not a professional musician or artist, which makes me wonder, what role should creativity play in my life now? Should I use it as an opportunity to pretend I'm in second grade again, or to pick up a new hobby? Maybe you've wondered the same things. In this video, I'd like to convince you that creativity is not just about picking up a hobby, or the exclusive domain of professionals. Creativity is available to all of us in our day-to-day lives, and we can use it to find purpose and improve our mental health. Let's begin with the creative process. What if we saw it as any time the uniqueness of a person combines with an element of life, materials, people, events, to produce something that wasn't there before? Just two elements coming together in a special way to make a third. Now, this happens when the professional painter's brush meets the canvas, when Gutenberg invented the printing press, but it also happens when you crack a joke with your friends, or you come up with a novel solution at work. You are just as much a creator at those times. What matters is your uniqueness and how you approach everyday tasks, not whether you create some world-changing invention or how exceptionally talented you are. As a daily practice, I challenge you to try out new ideas more often. See if you can find unexpected combinations of things, or see the familiar in a new way. As David Eagleman wrote, bend, break, blend, and see what happens. Maybe you put part of your morning routine in the evening. Maybe you let your children teach you something. Maybe you go half a day without speaking, or you talk twice as much at work as you normally would. Could be a scarf knitted with wild colors, or a Facebook post about how washing dishes makes us all better people. Whatever it is, the ideas and their expression come from where you've been, the distinct impressions life has made on you, and that unique recipe of you that will never happen again. Use that when you're worried about how other people are going to judge your creations, or if you're hesitant to embrace change. You are the constant in the creative equation, and that is the special and most dependable part. Times have really been tough lately. Wave after wave of global challenges has come crashing down over us, and the pandemic gives us constant reminders of just how fragile our existence is. For many of us, that has jolted our mind into our purpose in life. How are we spending our time here? Maybe it's big dreams of success, or maybe it's just hopelessness in the face of all that's wrong with the world today. Either way, creativity has an answer for us, and it is this. If you are creating every day, even in the modest ways that I mentioned, you are changing the world and leaving a legacy. How? For those of you that know the butterfly effect, you know that the things that change the world are in fact the little things. Pericles said, "What you leave behind is not what's inscribed on monuments. It is what is woven into the lives of other people." Mother Teresa said, "I alone cannot change the world, but I can cast a stone across the water and create many ripples." Making those ripples can give us a sense of purpose, of impact, as long as we take the time to recognize how interconnected this whole world is and our role as a creator in it. Creativity can also affect the way we feel. The Journal of Positive Psychology found that the more time you spend on creative goals, the higher your positive affect for that day. When we create something that wasn't there before, it's hard not to feel proud of ourselves and raise our self-esteem. It's also hard to label ourselves as useless or a failure if we begin to see ourselves as changing the world and affecting the course of other people's lives. By practicing to bend, break, and blend on a daily basis, we become more playful, curious, willing to have new experiences. which eases the anxiety around the unfamiliar and combats depression. Creativity is everywhere around us if we just know how to look for it. And it can help us feel better as well as find meaning. All we need to do is play and break these so-called rules that dictate how things should be. You could do that when you're making dinner tonight, or when you write that next email, even when you pull that guitar out of the closet that's been sitting there for months. Give yourself permission. Be a creator each and every day. The water is right there, waiting for you. The question is, what ripples are you going to make? Thank you.